The AI boom isn't one trade, it's three different bets most investors completely miss. What if the biggest AI winner isn't the company you think, but the one quietly powering everything behind the scenes?
All right, we all know the AI revolution is here. But if you're an investor, it's not just one simple bet, it's a whole complicated ecosystem. So today, we're going to break down a framework for looking at three totally different kinds of AI stocks: a visionary hardware company, a foundational infrastructure player, and a high-growth company trying to change how we interact with it all.
So here's the game plan. We'll kick things off with the big dilemma facing every AI investor today. Then, we'll dive into Tesla as a bet on physical AI. After that, we'll look at Marvell, the company that's essentially enabling this whole revolution. And then there's SoundHound, a wilder bet on how we'll all talk to this new technology. And finally, we'll pull it all together and see how these different pieces could fit into your portfolio.
And look, let's be clear, the stakes here are absolutely massive. Dan Ives over at Wedbush puts it perfectly. This is about figuring out where the trillions of dollars are going next. This isn't just some niche tech trend, it's a fundamental rewiring of the entire economy. And we're about to explore three very different ways you can get exposure to that shift.
Okay, first up, Tesla. The big debate around this company is really about what you're actually investing in. Is it a car company that's subject to the ups and downs of auto sales? Or is it something else entirely? A company that's about to become a juggernaut in physical, real-world artificial intelligence? This right here, this is the whole bull case in a nutshell, especially from analysts like Dan Ives. The argument is that if you're obsessing over quarterly car deliveries, you are completely missing the point. The future trillion-dollar company isn't built on selling more cars. It's built on using its AI, its data, and its robotics to create a whole new ecosystem. Now, what's fascinating here is the massive split between the long-term dream and the short-term reality. On one side, you've got the bulls seeing a path to a $600 stock, envisioning Tesla owning 80% of the self-driving market with robo-taxis and Optimus spots. But on the other side, you've got the more cautious take from folks like Brent Talkington, who's looking at the chart and saying, hey, there's technical resistance here, and arguing the full potential is still a few quarters out. He says, right now, it's all about credibility.
So that big vision has to be backed up by proof, right? That's what this credibility test is all about. Investors are asking some tough questions. Are the profit margins holding up? Where is the money being spent? On new car factories or on new AI data centers? Is the robo-taxi network actually expanding beyond just a few cities? And the big one, can they actually use their massive data advantage to deliver on full autonomy faster than anyone expects? These are the things that will show us if the AI story is actually coming true. Now, let's switch gears completely. If Tesla is a very specific bet on an AI application, our second company, Marvell Technology, is the exact opposite. Think of this as the classic picks and shovels play. You're not betting on a single gold miner, you're investing in the company that sells the essential gear to all the miners in the AI gold rush.
Marvell lives in the world of data infrastructure. To put it simply, they build the high-speed plumbing, the super-fast pipes and connectors that let all the massive amounts of data that AI needs fly around data centers in the cloud. Without what they do, the whole AI system just stops.
And this is exactly why this infrastructure angle is so powerful. An AI model is totally useless if it can't get the data it needs fast enough. Marvell's tech is what prevents those data traffic jams, or bottlenecks, which allows all the big cloud companies to keep getting bigger. This isn't a bet on one specific AI app winning. It's a bet on the growth of the entire industry.
So what's actually fueling Marvell's growth? Well, first, there's just insane demand from data centers and the cloud. But even better, they specialize in creating custom chips for the biggest of the big players, the so-called hyperscalers. And once a customer designs one of Marvell's custom chips into their system, it's really hard and expensive for them to switch out. That creates a huge competitive advantage. It puts them in a prime position to ride this multi-year wave of infrastructure upgrades.
Okay, for our third and final company, we're looking at a totally different part of the AI puzzle. SoundHound AI is a much higher risk but potentially high-growth bet on the future of the user interface. It's all about how we're going to talk to all this amazing new technology.
It's a really fundamental question, right? As AI gets baked into everything from our cars to our favorite restaurants, how are we actually going to interact with it? Are we just going to be tapping on screens forever? Well, SoundHound is betting big that the answer is no, and that the future is all about your voice.
And listen, we are not talking about the simple, hey, set a timer for 10 minutes commands that we're all used to. SoundHound focuses on real conversational AI, This is tech that's designed to understand all the little quirks of human speech, the context, the accent, the way we talk. The goal is to make talking to a machine feel just as natural as talking to another person.
So what's their playbook? It's actually pretty straightforward. First, they built their own technology from the ground up, which gives them a ton of control. Now, they're laser-focused on key markets, like restaurants for voice ordering and cars for in-dash assistance. The idea is to lock in deals and build up a big backlog of customers now, so they're perfectly positioned to scale like crazy if and when voice really takes over.
So there you have it, 3 really different companies, right? Now let's put on our financial advisor hat and pull this all together. Let's compare the risks, the potential rewards, and think about the role each of these types of investments could play in a broader portfolio. So just to recap what we've seen, we've got 3 totally distinct layers of the AI world. You've got Tesla, which is the bet on transforming the physical world. You've got Marvell, providing the essential infrastructure. And you've got SoundHound, which is the speculative bet on the future user interface.
This table just breaks it down perfectly. Tesla is a high-risk transformation play. The risk is all about execution. Can they actually deliver on the promise of autonomy and robotics? Marvell is an infrastructure play. Its risk is a bit lower, and it's all about winning those big custom chip designs in data centers. And then you have SoundHound, a high-risk, high-growth play. It's super volatile, and it's completely dependent on its voice AI hitting mass adoption. They all have different catalysts and different risks, and understanding that is absolutely key.
And that really leaves us with one final big question to think about for your own strategy. Over the long haul, where's the real, durable value going to be? Is it with the companies like Marvell, the ones building the foundational plumbing that everything else has to run on? Or is it with the companies like Tesla and SoundHound, the ones trying to create those world-changing applications and interfaces we'll use every single day? It's a fascinating debate, and the answer is probably going to shape the next decade of investing.
Because by the end, you'll know which AI layer actually holds the most long-term money. If you want more breakdowns like this on future trillion-dollar trends, hit subscribe.